part of the finishing first event is of course also the partners, because I mean it might be so that Horizon has this slogan about finishing first, but now I'm talking to Damien from Ricoh. Do you, I mean, I know that you are the finishing specialist of Ricoh, but you must think that print is more important, right?
As I am fully focused on finishing, printing is important, of course, at Ricoh, but printing without finishing and vice versa make no sense. So this is why Ricoh is strongly looking at the finishing solution available on the market in order to be able to propose end-to-end solution to our customers and to co-create solution with our customer. We don't just drop a print engine on the floor and then they will leave our customer alone. We really help the customer to find the right solution which can come along with the Ricoh printer, either continuous feed or cut sheets.
Yeah. Of course, I was just joking, right? So, Damien, I was just thinking that when we look at the printing side and the change in the market right now, I think the COVID has basically kickstarted a lot in the digital transformation. And when you look at Ricoh with the VC70,000, the 60,000, also with the cut sheet devices, and soon the Z75 coming in, I mean, to be in a place like this where you see the finishing equipment aligned to all the different solutions that you provide, it must be quite fantastic, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting. And what we see here today, you will see there are a lot of robots, which is really interesting because, as you know, printing companies, they have problems to find operators to drive the machines and so on. So with the Ricoh printers, the VC70,000, the automated suites that we have to automate the work of the printers, combines with robots, automated finishing, it allows to save the manpower operators, which people don't find anymore on the market. So yes, it's a big trend going in that direction.
And if you, I don't know about you, but I remember that, like, you know, when you started seeing the first digital A4 printers a long time ago, and you saw the first digital binding with hot glue and everything fell apart because it was not, I mean, that's long days gone, right? I mean, today it is like fantastic quality. And we were just looking at the brochure that you have made here for the event. This is like, I think it says it's on the C19200 series, but this is the quality today in the print, but also when you look at the binding, it is simply just stunning, right?
So yeah, and everything is driven also by software. That means even, as you were saying, if it fell apart for any reason, it may always happen with finishing. Yeah. With our software, we can track each single book and make sure that it is reprinted to make sure that it doesn't, that it has not been forgotten in the production.
When you look at Ricoh as a supplier to the market of professional PSPs, the quality is not a discussion anymore, right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah. The quality is no more a question. The question now is more around automation. How can I save manpower? How can I save paper waste, energy? These are the current questions, actually.
And is that something that Ricoh really have the right answers to, or is it that still something that is, you know, matured during the development over the next couple of years, or where do you see it?
It's clearly a direction that we are taking. We are already in with, by example, with our solution Ricoh on our continuous feed printer, which allows to start the print engine before that the operator arrives on site in the morning, so that when the operator is back to work, the machine is ready, it's warm, it's ready to start. So automation is really a strong part of our evolution. Yeah.
And how is, because we spoke to Sven Binder just before from St. Moments, I'm just curious, how big is the integration between the print engine and the binding? Because I mean, you can maybe start the machine remotely or on a time, but if the binding equipment cannot do that, or is that today an integrated part?
Yeah, so there is an interface between the print engine and the finishing. So for cut sheet toner printer, we have very intelligent interfaces. We did some demo already at the Horizon Open House in Japan last year or beginning of this year. And on a continuous feed, we are in permanent discussion with the main finishing suppliers such as Techno, Unkeler and so on, to make sure that we have the same interface and that our machine can discuss together. So this is
fantastic, and it must be fun working, because I'm just thinking we started talking about that you were like in the finishing, and we ended up bridging that both are important, right?
Yeah. So both sides are important. A printer without finishing is just a piece of paper on the floor. So
Precisely.
we really needed finishing at the end.
So the only thing we miss in this equation is basically more customers, right?
More customers, yes, but you know, with the shrinking of the market in offset, and the demand for very small jobs, personalized small jobs in the graphical market, there is a demand for replacement of the machines, and so there is enough room for new machines and new solutions, especially when you are at Horizon.
Fantastic. Damien, great to talk to you.
Thank you very much.